And before I forget, look how many women we count among our number.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
Oh! What do you want? I'm in no mood to have my ear talked off, thank you. My back's afire. I can scarce talk for the pain. Leave an old man be. Mind, I wouldn't say no to some wildflowers, if you happen to have any with you. A handful of those, and I could prepare a poultice that'd help me make it home.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
What is it now? Unless you brought me some wildflowers, I'd prefer to be left alone. Well, that was most kind of you. My thanks for the trouble. Right, here goes Newt. Ah, that did the trick. Relief at last. I was beginning to fear that I'd be stuck here for the rest of my days. I've a mind to thank you, sir. Would you look in on me at my home? I live nearby. There aren't too many houses out here, so you'll find it soon enough, I expect.
I'll get that for you.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive
I'm afraid I can't walk faster than this. Ow! Fly! My thanks.
Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
I? Beg pardon, sir, but...
Forgive me, dear. I forgot to tell you. I asked this good sir to look in on me.
Oh, not this again. How many times have I begged you not to bring strangers into our home?
I know, dear, but this one's a kindly sort. Brought me the wildflowers I needed to make it home when I threw out my back.
'Tis always one reason or another, isn't it? And has it e'er ended well for us? Not once. Mark my words, no one wanders this far out unless they are running from something.
This one's different, I promise you. You've heard tell of the Arisen, have you not? The hero who travels far and wide to track and fell the dragon.
Oh? So this stranger claims to be the Arisen? Believe what you will, but expect no hospitality from me. You may tend to our guest yourself.
You will have to forgive my wife. She has her reasons for being mistrusting, but you deserved a warmer welcome than that. Now let me fetch your reward. Wait here a moment.
I suppose they can be...
Fie! My back! I've done it in again!
Gautstafr, when will you learn to be more gentle with yourself?
Oh, hold your tongue! All the gentleness in the world won't stop the hurt from coming on when 'twill. It's only gotten worse of late. There's naught for it but to make for the curative spring.
In your state, you'll ne'er reach it. And that's to say nothing of the monsters that haunt the roads out there. They'll be on you in a moment if they see you limping along on your own. Oh, would that I could take you to the spring myself, but alas,
Don't even think on it, my dear. I'd not ask that of you, knowing how crowded places of that ilk make you feel.
But what are we to do? I fear for you, my love. The hot spring over on the island encampment would do my husband a world of good, but the way is treacherous for an injured man on his lonesome.
Fear not. You'll have your reward. I just need to sit still a moment. You'd be willing to accompany me all that way? You see, my dear, what did I tell you? The Arisen's a goodly sort. I've an eye for people.
Don't be a fool, Gautstafr. You have barely spoken to this person. What if you were being deceived? Did you think of that?
Come. Surely there are far more clever lies to tell if one's intent is to swindle. I'm not sure I can afford to refuse aid so freely given, my dear.
So be it then. 'Tis plain your mind's made up.
We'd best be along. My back isn't like to fix itself.
Pray see my husband safely to the encampment. I shall await your return.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Get back here.
Ice's sting is yours to...
I've had enough.
I'll not be cowed so easily. Everyone's as tired as I am.
Can't even think straight. Get back here. Goodness me.
Now you've done it.
Where do you think you're going, eh?
Courage is as courage does, they say.
Sooner
Rest
be
of all
home.
my equipment waiting on anthropology chance.
All's lost.
Then I shall remain by your side.
time for a... That's like to make me sick, it is. Still, there's not a swig of Newt liquor can't fix, I always say. Bollocks, I'm all out. Boy there, come at a fine time, you have. Care for a rotten egg? 'Twas soft boiled right here in the hot spring. 'Tis mostly sand, won't kill you or naught. Huh. Bought me some Newt liquor, have ye? Many thanks, Cos. Don't mind if I do. Aye, that's the stuff. There's naught finer than a gulp of Newt liquor. After a hot bath, 'tis bliss, pure and simple. But I'll need me a nibble to go with my glug. Down the hatch. Aye, this is a dream come true, 'tis. Suppose you deserve aught for your trouble. Here you are, cuz. A soft-boiled egg, specially prepared right here in the hot spring. Well now, have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Or mayhap to speak with me? Aye. That's kind of ye. I was just craved. Suppose I could oblige a fellow arisen. What? Hadn't you noticed? That's a bit embarrassing, eh? I'm a former arisen. Mine, one who couldn't fell his dragon. And if there's aught more shameful than that, I've yet to hear of it. In my case, it all came down to a lack of skill. Mayhap I could fell such a beast now, but my dragon's long gone. Brings a tear to your eye, don't it? But don't cry for me, cuz. Just know that you've got my full support. I'll be glad to see ye succeed where I once failed. Only, don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. Bring your dragon low, and taste glory eternal. I've just remembered. I've got something for ye, cuz. Here ye are. Reckon ye'll make good use of it.
At last! I've ne'er seen a more welcome sight. The spring here has been visited since times of eld for its curative properties. I only hope 'twill be able to ease the ache in my back. I'll go have my soak now, if 'tis all the same to you. Can't have Cliodhna fretting over how long I've been gone. Ooh! It twinges a bit.
'Twould seem I owe you a debt of gratitude. And an apology. True to your word, you have seen my husband safely to the spring. I was so afeard for his well-being, I couldn't bring myself to sit at home, waiting, wondering. So I followed you at a distance, though now I see I needn't have. My husband and I are met with persecution everywhere we turn, you see. More than one village we thought to call home has driven us away. That is why we live in so far-flung a place. Gautstafr can bear the judgment well enough, but I cannot. You, at least, have proven deserving of our trust. My husband was right about you. You are a kind soul, indeed. I shall not soon forget this good turn you've done my husband and I. You are welcome to visit us again, if your travels should happen to take you as far as our abode. I would fain lend you my skills as Magick Archer, Maester. And I'm certain my husband would be only too glad to take up his blacksmith's hammer for your sake.
Sadly, you know.
Short though our acquaintance may be, your kindness and sincerity have earned my respect. And so, to aid you in your duty, I would grant you this technique, my most guarded secret as Maester of my art. Future.